So, today I wanted to talk to you about what happened at the school yesterday with my 8-year-old daughter. So, apparently, her teacher sent her to the nurse's office. And I told y'all, I just got finished with a whole ACS case um, or CPS case or whatever y'all want to call it. um, DIFUS case, whatever it's called in your state, in your county. Um, but I just got finished one of those, and the school called my daughter down to the office once again, down to the nurse's office, and said she smells. So the nurse sent her to the back to lay down, called my husband, told my husband what the teacher had said to her, and she said, well, maybe you could, come to the school, pick her up, change her clothes, wash her up, and then bring her back to the school. And my husband is like, okay. Um, Mind you, my daughter had washed the night before. You know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody taking no shower and then going out there in the cold to wait at the bus stop. Nobody hardly ever does that. I mean, especially when you ate, and kids, younger kids, under 12, is so susceptible to colds and flus, and that's how I get around the school. So even when what I'm saying, she was real young, I didn't wash her like that, where I wash her in the morning and at night. Okay, when she came out of school, she washed. When she came out of daycare, she washed. So anyway, um so I don't know how these people do their kids, but to wash my child before school and after school is not necessary. Even the pediatrician has said that is not necessary for a child to wash that much, because a child shouldn't be getting that dirty. Number one. Number two, like I said, being that she's a younger than 12 child, her immune system is not built to go out there in the cold after she just got out the shower. Okay. So anyway, she called and she said for my husband to come pick her up. So my husband gets there. He's looking for, a pungent smell when he walks in the room or when he gets closer to her. He doesn't smell anything. So he goes real close to my daughter, I mean to her armpits, and he smells her rump. He goes real close to her rump, smells her rump. And he said, well, I don't smell her rump. Um, I do smell a little bit of her underarms, but not where it be way over here and you can smell it. You have to be literally, he had to take his finger and wipe it across his nose to smell her underarms. That's anybody. I mean, when you go to work and you come home, I'm pretty sure after 8 hours, if you take your hand and you swipe it across your nose, you gonna smell your sweat. So anyway, he goes to the front and he gets ready to sign her out. He's telling the nurse, he said, well, you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna bring her back at this point. I'm gonna just, take her home and leave her at home, because I don't get where y'all said she has this pungent smell that I couldn't smell as soon as I walked in the room, or I had to get really close to her to smell it. So he's like, I don't think I'm gonna bring her back up to school. And as he was walking out, he was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. She's she's not even going to be in this school in the springtime. Come March, we're going to transfer to a different school in the area. And the teacher's like, well, I'm a mandated reporter, and I I done smell her, and she, I walked past her and she stank, just like that. And my husband said, ma'am, I don't smell my children. She was like, well, I'm a mandated reporter, and I smelt her, and I smelt her. He said, okay, I get all that, but you already called on me already. Me and my wife already have people that's in our face and that meet with us every 2 weeks so we can talk to them about this pungent smell that nobody else is smelling. So then she goes, well, I'm not only concerned with the smell of her, I'm concerned with the fact that her grades, that she's not even on grade level. He said, how is that possible when she was almost bumped up to the second grade, because the only reason why she got left back in kindergarten is because the principal didn't have enough students. Oh yeah, that's what they do in South Carolina. I see that. They didn't have enough students, so they decided to keep my child back because she wasn't re-enrolling in kindergarten. So he was like, how is it that she was almost bumped up to the second grade in Georgia, but now when I get to South Carolina, she's not even on grade level? Like, that doesn't make sense. Oh well, I don't know, but she's not even up to par to go to the second grade. He said, ma'am, I'm still asking you, how is that possible? Show me some work. Show me where she's lacking, and how did it get to that point? He said, you don't even send home math homework, ma'am. Now, he went up to the school. If I would have went up to the school, I would have cursed her, the principal out, and everybody at the school. So bad I had to refrain from saying the school's name, because right now they are begging for children to enroll into the school. But we have weirdos on this internet. So I'm not going to say the school. But once my child is unenrolled, I will be making a disclaimer about this school, because this school is not up to par. You have an administrator that came from the pre-K class. Yeah, you might be shaking your head like, what? Yes, you have an administrator that was a preschool teacher. Okay, you have a principal that has less than 5 years of background in education. Less than 5 years. When the requirement is that you have at least 10 years in your education, she has less than 5 years. Okay. Um, this teacher says she has 30 plus years in education. But like I said, the first couple weeks my daughter was there, she decided to take my daughter to the pre-K class and allow preschoolers to laugh at her because she was having an emotional breakdown. Because she was having an emotional breakdown, she let these kids laugh at her and told them to. Told them, because she's acting like a baby, y'all could go ahead and laugh at her. This same principal got upset because she felt that she failed her, and she got upset because my daughter retaliated and hit the principal because she told her she did not want to go back to the classroom and to get her hands off of her, because the principal grabbed her and tried to forcibly remove her from the pre-K class that they took her to. Tell me that's not traumatizing. Now, These same two people, the teacher and the principal, is telling this same child that she smells bad to the point where they walk past her and she's smelling awful. The ACS worker has said she's been up to the school numerous times without, they go to the school without even telling you, and she has not smelt her. She has smelt my other children. She has been in private meetings with my other children. She has popped up to the house and never smelt my child. This is after school. The first time she met my children, she gave my daughter a hug, both her and her supervisor, and said she did not smell my child. Both her and the supervisor said this. So I'm a little confused. If everyone is saying they don't smell my child, what are you smelling? The nurse even said, no, I don't smell nothing, but when I went really, really close to her, I smelled a little, sweat on her. But I don't smell anything. This is the nurse. So everybody, again, is saying that they don't smell the child, but you and the principal? She said, oh, she lit up the whole classroom. And I'm not the only one saying, the other kids are saying it. So control your damn class. If they see the teacher doing it, and that what they say, it starts at home, though sometimes it starts with the adults, period. If they see the teacher doing it, kids are monkey see, monkey do. Kids ear hustle. So if they hear the teacher saying, that child, she be stinking, she be smelling, she be stinking, they're going to go around, they're going to say the same thing. My daughter has even said that she allows kids to call my child ugly. She said, Mommy, I don't feel pretty. I said, why? She said, because everybody in my class says I'm ugly. Y'all, if y'all been on this channel, y'all have seen my daughter. My daughter is fucking beautiful. She's been beautiful since she was born. She said that her classmates are calling her ugly. And I brought this up to the school. Yes, I have. I brought this up to the principal. Yes, I have. And the principal told me, well, I can't help that kids are speaking the truth. What? Excuse me? Yes, sometimes she just gonna have to fend for herself. Huh? This is the school that they're running, and they're having a meeting in town. I'm not gonna say where. They're having a meeting in my town. They're bringing all the kids to a store in my town, and they're gonna sing to get more students to come and sign up for the school. Who wants to sign up for this school where the principal is allowing bullying? The teacher is actually performing the bullying. Who want to sign up for that school? Who wants their kids to be in that environment? I'm fed up. And she's like, well, I'm a mandated reporter, and I'm going to report. I said, you can report what you want, ma'am. My husband said the same thing I say. She can report what she wants. Because I've already been through a case. And they all said the same thing. My children do not smell. They've been here. They took pictures of lights. They took pictures of water. They took pictures of the refrigerator, made sure food was in the refrigerator. They done sat with the kids numerous times. Um, they done looked at their beds, all that good stuff. Where they're showering, where they're washing, to make sure that they have the proper facilities to wash and shower and brush their teeth and whatever else. Yeah, they took pictures of everything. They took pictures of the shower running. They took pictures of the sink running. So I was like, ma'am, and I've told the teacher this as well. I said, ma'am, they took pictures of all of this. So all of that you're telling me means nothing to me. Because if someone else is saying, if 2 out of 3 people saying it, that's what my father used to always say. If 2 out of 3 people saying the same fucking answer, you must be the jackass. So then they try to put it, oh well, my son. Now my son Jonah, y'all know that he has autism. He was officially diagnosed by his doctor. I went there, I think it was, I don't know, whenever the 31st was. He was officially diagnosed by his doctor that he has ADHD, in which he would then have to take either Adderall or Ritalin he recommends. So they also said that on that note, that I was keeping him from his mental health services in school. I was. I told them when we first went back to school in August that he had started an IEP and that it was tier 3 and that he needed to continue his IEP. You know, they just sent me the paperwork just now. What is it? January? Well, it's February 1st today. August of last year, you just now sending me the paperwork in February to continue his IEP. You just now sending me the paperwork. I had to go down to the district office in person because I called the district. They said they had no record of me calling the district. So I went down to the district in person. I had to go back up. I had to call the school. I didn't go back up to the school because I went up to the school twice. I had to call the school and ask them, did they get the paperwork? This was today, earlier today.